Swazdilayu, Nix Connor. Allow me to explain what a Nix Connor actually is. It is a glorious German word that I have grown very fond of, and it roughly translates into incapable good-for-nothing pleb person who knows absolutely nothing. So basically a hybrid abomination of Jake Paul and Jon Snow. So then, dear Nix Connor, today I will remind you young whippersnappers about a tactic that seems to be forgotten. Which is strange because what I am about to show you should be right up your alley. This is the farming squad. So if you are out of your mind and lazy beyond measure, you might want to use this technique to focus on loot. There is nothing worse than running across the entire map to pick up every single item because the enemies are dying in all the wrong places. With this setup, you will hardly have to move at all to gather every single piece of loot. This tactic can be applied to any mission type and game and remain equally effective. However, keep in mind, the second you use this technique, you become a certified bitch ass. Just saying. Okay, here is how it works. First thing you will need is a full-range Loki. Your job as such will be to disarm the enemies all day. This will obviously remove their weapons, but it will also force them to have to come close to you, which will ultimately lead them to be killed right in front of you. So you won't have to run around looking for any loot. Just keep in mind that this Loki build should not have a radiating disarm installed. If so, enemies will fight each other and leave you alone rather than come to you. The next role on this team is nekros. Naturally, if loot is what you are after, you cannot go without the desecrating nekros. His job will be the most demanding. Press 3.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Now, don't panic, I'm sure you can handle it. The next player in this team should be a Speed Nova. Why? Because Speed Nova will make the enemies move toward you much faster, thus decreasing the time you need to kill them and thus causing more spawns. More spawns means more loot. This works especially well in survival missions, but not in defense. Now if you want to know how to build and use this shitty looking Nova, then I recommend you go watch Waifu Shork's shitty video on her shitty channel.
Fuck you, Jizo. Fuck you.
Bite me. Anyways, this is pretty much it. This was the core of this stupid technique. I did not introduce a fourth teammate because that one can be a random. However, it is a good idea to use Kinky Kori for her BDSM dome. This will cause the disarmed enemies to walk into it and get dismembered, which will synergize nicely with Nekros Desecrate. Or you could use a Boban to centralize every enemy. Or even use a second Nekros, as Nekros cannot keep up if you have a very high kill rate. But I will address Nekros in detail in a future video. Spoiler alert! Well then, this concludes my short video on how to cheese for loot. So, I guess you can like and subscribe to this shitty channel now. And fuck off. And as for you, Waifu Short.
Bitch better have my money. Y'all should know me.